last time when we were on
Raven's Choice.
we Raven's Choice, yeah. We've met our good friend Simon, and we unlocked the ability for the chats in the Discord to be opened up for character development. And now I'll just go over that real quickly. Shown the grounds of the Abbey, and some of you decided to stay there, some of you decided to stay at the castle where Azeneth was, so that the last night of her corruption could go smoothly and not have any more.
And right off for the Fantasia.
Well, yeah, we're getting to that. And then
Okay.
not have any more people try and take her away in the middle of the night. As she seems to have loved to magnetize those who can do so.
The guards got stern talking to.
The guards got a stern talking to. Needless to say, Azeneth is no longer corrupted, you think, until either until whatever specifics. Anyway, for now, we'll just say that. She's doing a little better. You guys were called to meet with Cassandra Girolo for breakfast the next morning to see what you guys are about to do next. And Vox Machina walks in the middle of breakfast. And while you guys were also at the Abbey, Rayloff managed to use his wand of conducting and perform Fantasia with a broom and maybe a shovel and a rake.
And a scythe and some hedge trimmers.
Yeah.
Clean up the
There was
garden
a certain amount of tools he could use, though.
It was, I think, 10 or 20. I think it was 10.
No, it was 5. Anyway. Okay, so he manages to find enough herbs to make one healing potion while doing so. Alright, so after that, when we go to back to the meeting with Cassandra, you guys are all sitting down to breakfast. One by one, some people have to be bamfed in via Simon, and
Means never going to get you said numbness?
I have no idea if I said numbness, but I do know that this.
You said it's like a numbing tingling, basically, like when your arm falls asleep.
This kind of transportation. I did not say your arm falls asleep.
No. I said you said it's when I asked last time. You said the teleportation is like when your arm falls asleep. It's that kind of numbness.
Yes, it's similar to that because it's not like the teleportation via the tree.
Yeah.
So, where it's kind of
also
warm and sunlight. It's more like arcane, to say the least.
We forgot some of the stuff that Leah did. Also, that Milan gave Leah the potions, and that Milan also was getting copies of the stork he made for us.
Well, they don't need that. But okay. Potions passed out amongst you guys. Cassandra's standing there wondering what you guys are going to do next, and Vox Machina walks in. Because as you guys were talking about the Shadowfell and where the Lady Delilah Briarwood disappeared to, you guys had gotten to the topic of the city of Tharamfala, and Simon had noticed that when he tries to bamf back to it, there's nothing but a huge crater. And that kind of sent off some sensors and red flags in people that they now want to return home. I'm looking at you, Laya.
She gets twitchy, okay? She doesn't like things happening close to home.
I was just eating and being like, why am I still here?
Yeah. You've been notified that you now have 2 weeks to gather enough resources and or people to report to Vasselheim as soon as possible for the upcoming fight, if there is any.
Mian's going to look at Percy and go, Percy, I was wondering, outside of Elsif and me, or outside of Elsif and Rayloff, I have not seen many dwarfs around Tal'dorei.
Oh, you're further south. You've never been to Craghammer, have you?
Should Rayloff or Elsif roll history or anything?
Elsif roll history. Rayloff roll it with advantage.
Hold on a sec. Elsif.
This name is starting to ring a bell somewhat.
Elsif is history. Okay, so
Yeah,
they both
he
got 20 and
knows.
21.
Rayloff, you remember the name of Craghammer because you've been there before. Once. With your father. Elsif only remembers reading about it in her father's journal. She's never been there, though.
What does Rayloff remember about his visit there? Anything he can relate to everyone?
He remembers that his inspiration for becoming a bard was there. Got it from.
Boy, I've been to Craghammer before. Oi, long ago when my dad.
Ow.
My dad basically my family owned back in Steelforge. Our family owned the town. We had a mithril mine. Basically, that's the only resource in the area. So my dad basically would trade mithril from the town since we had a whole plethora of it. Like basically there's like a big ass chunk below the town. We just would mine the mithril and trade with our towns for supplies. I believe he brought in the Craghammer early on, and we got supplies from there. That's where we got a lot of our steel from.
As it's going to look down, sadly, to mention the girl because she was one who looked back and saw the mithril being pulled from the earth to create the bell. That woke up.
Does Elsa see this?
Huh?
Does Elsa see Asnet getting upset?
Perception check.
Okay. Wait, that's where else character sheet. Perception. Do I do passive perception or no?
Passive perception will work just fine.
Okay, so it's okay, so her passive perception is 16, but I'm still gonna roll just to be safe. Whoops! I forgot the 2. Yep, I'll stick with the 16.
Asnet's gonna roll against that, so wait until we get. Woo! There it goes.
We are still eating, right?
Me? Yeah, you guys are still eating. Yeah.
Okay.
9 plus 7 is what again?
16.
That's 16.
16.
That's basically what Elsa's passive perception is.
I see you see her looking down, but you don't see much of her expression. She's really good at hiding it.
Elsa's just gonna smack Ray off in the back of the head. Like basically like a hard slap, like enough to damage him a bit.
Oh gosh, look at those waffles!
Wait, what?
Callus plate in regular chat.
Oh god.
2 seconds later. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Well, Calla was really, really, really hungry. All right.
I mean,
okay, so you guys have been tasked for the next 2 weeks to get as many reinforcements as you can gather and head to.
I don't know. I think
Vasselheim.
Rayloff's food was better.
Aside from the fact of the food, God. Okay, guys. Okay, guys.
Okay, sorry.
We're done with the food porn. Let us get back to the story.
Okay.
You are outfitted with enough food for the 2 weeks that you guys will be traveling, which is why I said don't worry about the food.
Okay.
You're given a cart and couple horses, one for the cart, one to ride if necessary. The cart can sit up to 6 people, excluding drivers.
Out of character question. Jasmine's still with us, right?
Jasmine is not with you. She is now with the Pale Guard, learning their ranks, and
Okay.
she's a soldier. She wants to do soldier things.
Okay.
So Azeneth is with you, though.
What time of the day is it currently? By the time we get the
quickly
cart?
turning to from late morning to early afternoon.
Okay. I guess we'll go on the if it, else go. If we can, I'd like to go into town to get some supplies. And Rails is gonna nod his head. Is that okay with everyone?
For supplies?
Just want to pick up a few things. Yeah, I barely got any shite in my bag. Kind of gave away everything when I died. And me and us gonna Munson's main go, and also before you guys leave town, I'd like for us to stop at the locksmith so you guys can get a copy of the star key. I'm actually going to stay behind in town for a bit to run the shop and everything. I believe Elsa. Yeah, it's me talking. I gave Elsa the sending stone on the other hand, so if you need me to contact me, I'll be in here and everything.
It
but
is
I do at least want to give you guys one copy.
by Cassandra that instead of giving out a key to everybody in the party.
No, he only made 2 copies. He's got the main one, and then he's going to make one for Abby and one for Elsa for Leah to hold. Whoever wants it.
So Elsif is going to hold the main key.
Okay, I thought Mia's going to hold the main key. Okay, I thought
Milan will have a copy, and so will the Abbey.
Okay.
But Milan will be entrusted to take it to the Abbey.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he's gonna be running the shop and everything.
Mm-hmm. Milan also is given the keys to the Abbey, the spare keys.
Okay.
Because apparently they found the second key, set a key for that.
Before you guys head out anywhere, I'd like to. And me and speaking by the way, once we get the keys back from Locksmith, I'd like to actually check out the shop, see what it's like and everything, so we get a good run for it.
Is anybody going to object to this? Or does anybody else need something to do in Castle Whitestone?
Leo's gonna turn to Azeneth and say, while they're doing that, do you want me to take you to Pyra to see your mother?
We'll be going there anyway, won't we?
Yes.
Or because you said it was by Vasselheim, this Vasselheim, right?
Yes.
I believe if we've spoken about it before. I don't think we have, but I'm just playing with it anyway.
You kind of have. It's in the dev chat. It's in the dev chat.
All right.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
I would like to see her, but at the same time, it sounds like you guys are gonna need me.
All right.
So.
Is there anything in particular you need to do?
I would like a set of clothes. And Vix Dolly is gonna say, "Don't you worry, dear. I'll give you a spare pair of mine." She has no armor either, guys.
Well, yeah, like she lost everything.
She lost everything.
And her tattered clothes have been replaced with whatever Cassandra gave her after her bath.
Yeah.
Elsa's going to turn to Cassandra and go, also, is there any... I believe Azeneth lost her weapon too. Would you happen to have anything in the armory that we can take out as a loan?
Pike is actually going to speak up now. She's a cleric, isn't she? And Azeneth will nod, and she said, get her a mace and a shield."
That's
what I was a druid.
Elsa does.
No, Azeneth's a cleric.
Elsa's just gonna blink. Go. That's what I was talking about. Do you have any maces and shields in the armory?
Oh, I'm sure we have plenty. I'll make sure you get that on your way out, and it's gonna be in the cart when you get there.
I like how we've gone from we're gonna teleport there to let's take a cart.
It's 2 days by cart. to where you want to go. So
okay, so I have to stop this here because it's wrong. It's so very, very, very wrong what she just said, and it drives me insane. Coming back and editing this later. I halfway realized it, I think, while we were recording. So I literally stopped editing just to rant about this. Because Whitestone and Craghammer are like 500 miles away from each other, and a horse and cart can travel only, I don't know, 10 to 20 miles in a day. And she's like, you'll get there in 2 days. Not at 20 miles per day, we won't. She fixes this later, but it drives me nuts in the meantime. Cause literally, if you follow this blue path that I've drawn in this picture, it's like 500 miles! You can't travel that in 2 days with a horse and buggy! You just can't! Okay, I'm done ranting. Back to the episode.
And you're gonna leave the cart somewhere else anyway, so the majority of it is climbing from one place to another, and it's not directly from the cart either, so
Okay, well, I understand. Leah, by the way, before we get the Cragam, there's probably something we might want to take care of, and she's just like motioning to our ears, like making gestures to her ears, like saying like, we might want to get you a hat.
Why?
that's
That's listening to question and goes, most dwarfs are dicks.
Leah's just kind of blinking and very confused.
Okay, and Vexalia and Vaxildon are gonna come over and say, yeah, dwarves don't like elves very much.
Leah's still confused because she's not used to that.
We're also going to pull out his loot and go, everyone's a little bit racist sometimes. And also just smack on the back of his head.
Okay, that is a good question. Kala, please roll a history check.
I mean, she has that feature.
She has that as a feat. All right.
Her feature.
Her feature
for her background.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you've seen the remnants of what used to be the cult in Whitestone, but it looks like they've been trying to wipe it away and make sure that it's going away. There's not really many people who are remnants of the cult because they were rounded up and arrested.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
I was just gonna sip her coffee and look at Leah and go, Leah, dear, this unlike the town me and Rayloff are from, not many our town was open to anyone, but most dwarfs are not very welcoming of elves. I mean, me and Rayloff, we love everyone. And then we're also gonna go, except Dragonborns. Rayloff, personal feelings aside. But like anyways, the dwarfs of Craghammer, they might not be welcoming. They might not be as friendly to elves. I believe if we just got you a hat, that might be able to hide it, because they are pretty friendly to humans a little bit. So all we have to do is hide your ears. That would probably work enough, I believe.
Okay.
Aseneth's gonna hold up her ears and just go and hold the corners of them. Like, am I supposed to hide my ears now, or can we do that later? Kind of look.
Mian's gonna take his hat, the skies, and just put it on top of Aseneth's head.
She has to attune to the sucker first.
Oh crap!
You know?
Never mind. I thought. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Out of character, I forgot Aseneth was the elf.
Yeah. Aseneth also has the non-detection thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's attuned to her now. So. All right. So
We're also gonna look at Cassandra or in person and go, "Do you got any of those the bulk, not the bulk, those?" Elsa's gonna go like, "What are you trying to say, Ralph? You know those leather hats, like, you know, out of character, it's the ones that look like the old school football helmets, those leather caps that farmers or soldiers wear back in the thing, the ones that cover ears and everything and hair. I don't know what the
Are you
name of it,
looking? Are you looking for a specific kind of leather helmet? I don't think we have those kind of leather helmets, but I would recommend. And she looks at behind Vox Machina as they're now piling into her room. A couple of staff of the castle staff have come in with some kind of ridiculous looking headgear that looks like bonnets.
Leah's gonna look at those bonnets and just go, no. You will not get me to wear that.
Elsa's gonna just put her hand over Rayla's mouth and go, I believe he's talking about farmer or sentry hats. Is that right, Rayla? Rayla's just gonna nod while he's got his mouth covered. Like, I think
Cassandra is going
like
to
face a simple peasant hats out of character, by the way.
because these are her personal bonnets.
Okay.
Cassandra is going to take the ribbons off of them that hold them to your head and take one and put it around Leah's head and ears and show Rayloff and Elsif and say, will that do? And it does cover the pointy part without revealing too much of the rest of you, Leah.
Oh.
Leah, Asneth, are you two okay with that? And she's still got her hand over Rayloff's mouth, by the way.
Leah pulls off the bonnet.
Cal is just like, what?
Why don't you just fix your hair so it's poofier?
You mean like curl it?
Yeah.
It only lasts for a certain amount of time, though, doesn't it? I don't know. I've never done it.
Regardless, and she hands you the bonnet strap. And it's enough to make it look like a headband around your head. Like if you fold it over a bandana.
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of thing. Yeah, that sort of thing. Asnath's gonna take one of those because she doesn't know what else to do. I mean, she's wearing borrowed clothes and doesn't have any armor, so.
Leah's just gonna take the ribbon and tie it around her head and make sure her ears are under it, and she's gonna arrange her hair a little bit so that it's partially covering her ears.
And Cassandra says, "You don't have to wear it now. Just when you get there, or before you get there."
We're good to go.
Straps for our heads.
Okay, I'm ready when you guys are.
Leah just testing out the ribbon over her ears and moving her hair around.
Mian's just gonna say, I just thought of something. And he's gonna turn to Asneth to go, I believe you originally came from the desert, right?
Yes.
Didn't they have sort of headdresses, like they were scarves that wrapped around your head and your they went around your neck and your head to protect you from the desert winds? Would something like that work?
Something like that could work, but... And she's getting very quiet because that part was burned in front of her, along with her stuff, and she doesn't want to talk about it right now.
If we can get the fabric, you could probably teach us how to make one, how to fold it like that.
Azeneth is unresponsive right now.
Elsa's gonna throw her spoon at Milan. Also, the whole time while Elsa's got her hand over Rayla's mouth, he's gonna move her fingers open a bit and slide a piece of bacon into his mouth.
Leah's gonna reach over and gently rub Azeneth's back.
Elsa's gonna shake her head and go, men.
And Cassandra's gonna say, all right, you guys have your stuff outfitted and your spare clothes, Azeneth. Here you go. And I wish you all good luck. And I do believe my brother and his party need to talk to me. So if you guys are finished here, we shall say see you again soon.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys make your way.
By the way, as they're leaving the table, Ralph's gonna stuff some bacon in his bag of holding. He's taking some bacon to go.
I hope you enjoyed the bacon, Cassandra's gonna say as you leave.
Are we taking the horse and cart to town then?
Yes. The staff starts showing you guys out towards where the cart's ready and it's provisioned out. It's got Asinus new gear in there.
I have a question about Asinus gear.
It's just a mace and a shield.
No, about the shield. Is it metal or is it wooden?
It's metal.
Crap.
Yep. Adds 2 to her AC, so I better add that.
There's a reason I want to do it. Okay, hold on a sec. Actually, wait. Hold on a sec.
Leah's
Can I roll?
check on the
Can I roll a
horses.
history check real fast?
History check?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll for both Rayloff and
For what?
I want Elsif and to roll if she can remember what Asinet's holy symbol looked like.
You don't need to roll. It's on Asinus' hand already.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It's carved into her hand.
Okay.
Ooh.
One second, let me-
Long story short, for people who are watching this other campaign before it died, Aseneth escaped a prison by carving her holy symbol in her hand. It was lovely.
Oh. Ow. Anyway,
I don't
Leah's
know
gonna
if
check
I
on the
would say lovely so much as interesting.
horses.
Okay, I have
Like,
okay, quick. One more question about the shield. What kind of metal is the shield made of? Because, like, for example, Milan has, I think he has 4. I don't know if he has 4 iron or 4 steel daggers. He just got daggers from Bam, so they didn't say if it was iron or steel.
It's steel.
Okay, so the shield is steel.
Hmm? It's kind of got a little bit of a raven motif on it too, but
I mean,
yeah.
so it's not a solid. It's not a solid shield.
It's a solid shield.
Okay. Okay, Elsif's got an idea. Milan, can you hand me that diamond circlet for a moment? Okay. Milan hands her it. She's gonna take the diamond circlet and try and, from best of her memory, carve Asenet's holy shield with the diamond part of the circlet into the shield. Because diamonds can cut into metal. I thought because they're stronger metal, right?
Wait, pause.
You Googling this?
Yeah.
Go to Google.
I know diamonds can cut glass, but
Okay.
I don't think
It has to be a vacuum brazed blade. You cannot just use a polished diamond and carve into steel.
Okay, never mind. I retcon what I said.
Alright.
Okay, and I got a backup plan. Don't worry. Actually, wait. I got a better idea. Okay, so retcon. Are we playing? Are we recording?
Yeah, we're
okay. Retcon what I said. Man, can I borrow one of your tent spikes? Why do you need a tent spike? Just give me it. Mina hands her one of the tent spikes. She carves Asenet's holy symbol into the shield as best as she could. Do I have to roll anything to see how well I carved it or no? Because she does have smithing proficiency. I don't know if that would do anything.
She wants to carve Aseneth's holy symbol into her
shield. With a tent spike.
It's a tent spike.
Like even if it's scratched into the surface, as long as it's there, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to say no. I'm sorry.
Okay, now I'll just have to wait till I buy some chalk.
I don't think that'll work either.
It won't?
No, because holy symbols, they need to be.
But she carved on her hand with a dagger.
Yes, but she is the vessel of her god.
True.
So. Aseneth is gonna. It sees you looking at the shield, and she's gonna say, I know what you're probably thinking, but it's not that easy having carving a holy symbol into an inanimate object as it is into an actual person. And she holds up her right hand because she's a lefty. She did it that way. And she holds up her right hand. And those of you who are watching, please roll an investigation. This is kind of hard to see if you're not like
I think
within
Rayloff and
blank range of her.
Elsif already know. So we have Sarah.
Rayloff and Elsif already know.
Okay, so what am I rolling?
You're rolling an investigation on Azeneth's hand to see what's on it because she's raised up her right hand. It's kind of upside down, but
Okay, Jedi, I'm going to message you something real fast.
Mhm.
And Fireforce Journal.
I don't think either of us see it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Lena's playing with horses.
Let me roll.
Can Kala like ride on like the back of a horse that's pulling the cart?
Jedi, I just typed something in Fireforce Journal. Would that work or no?
Hang on a second.
Because he has that spell.
Actually, you guys see what's on her hand. And let me check Fireforge Journal before anything else happens.
Well, technically, Kala could, but there's like a bunch of like straps holding the horse.
No, that would not work either. Me and
damn.
Meekin.
Damn.
Okay, so Kala and Laya, it's very, very faint, but what you see is what look like a crook, which is a cane with a hook on the end of it, and crossing over it looks like a line with 3 lines on the other side of it, which is a flail, meant to look like a flail, and it's crossed over on her right hand. Scarred. Very faint, but scarred.
Kala grabs her hand and just be like, "What this?" and looks at it closer.
Rayloff's going to actually smack Cal's hand away and go, "We don't talk about that incident."
Rayloff just, Kala just does like a biting motion at him. Just
actually, can I roll an intimidation check?
Both of you roll contested intimidation.
Okay.
Yes, you are trying to one-up each other. Kala's all, ooh, what's in here?
Oh, nope, I messed that up.
Alright. Negative apostrophe. So Kala wins, and nearly almost bites your finger off.
I'm going to use a luck point to re-roll my roll.
Too late, she's already decided the outcome.
Actually, you can use the luck point to have her re-roll.
Oh, okay, I'm going to use my luck point to have her re-roll.
Sorry, hun. I learned that the hard way the other day. Okay, so, Kala, you don't bite Rayloff's fingers off, but he still manages to knock your hand away from Azeneth. Or not, yeah.
So I'm down 1 luck point so far.
He manages to scare you off of Azeneth's hand. Not necessarily slap it out of the way, but...
Kala kind of like steps back, puts her hand on her hip and is like, "Who do you think you are? Did I ask you?"
We're also gonna lean over and get right in her face and say, "I'm Rayloff fucking Fireforge."
Alright, you do. Enough of that.
Okay, roll an attack. Unarmed weapon.
How do again?
Roll a d20 and add your strength modifier, please.
Oh, by the way, and I also say it in Gnomish when I say that.
Rayloff. Does a 22 hit?
What am I rolling against?
No, you're not rolling against. She's
No,
slapping you.
Okay, what is that supposed to? Do I spell save DC or something? Or
Your
what?
AC. Does a
My
22
AC?
hit against your AC?
I have a 15 armor class.
Yep. Okay, so it hits. Roll 1d4 damage and divide that by 2, and roll it rounding down.
How much?
Not you, Meekin. Her.
So 1.
You used to get 1 point slapping damage. Roll it, Rayloff.
Rayloff's just gonna glare and say, and just say no. Okay, he's just speaking Gnomish. Say, better watch it. You better learn to be a team player. Last time someone that wasn't a team player happened, that's what caused that. And he nods to Elsif's hand or Asna's hand. That's what happens when party members aren't team players. And he's just gonna walk back to the group.
Well, you were part of the group anyway, so nobody really left.
No, I'm referencing the viewers at home. I'm referencing the incident at the prison that I basically got as in that.
Yeah, I understand that, but you said you went back to the group.
No, I meant I walked back to the cart and everything, back to the cart because I figure we were.
They are already at the cart. So
yeah, we're already at the cart. So you've not gone anywhere.
Then he gets in the cart. Then.
All right.
But,
I was just gonna mumble under her breath.
What's she gonna mumble? Because Ralph might be able to hear.
She's gonna speak in Abyssal, so...
Abyssal?
Yeah.
Damn, I only know Primordial, Dwarvish, and Draconic.
Who else know? What else do your other characters know? Yep, nope, he does. None of his characters know Abyssal.
None of mine know Abyssal. She said, but I won't know what they're saying.
Technically, Asna doesn't know what she's saying either.
Yeah, so I don't think any of us will know. She just say it, Finn, because like none of us will know what she's saying.
Except the DM.
Except the DM.
Yeah, except the DM and Cal. I'm saying.
I'm gonna put it in my journal.
All right.
Okay.
Because I would like to know what she said. Those of you at home who know Abyssal, I will see what I can do.
But Aaliyah's gonna kind of shake her head and go, okay, can we all get going now?
Yes. And Asna will get in the cart.
Mian helps Asna into the cart.
Ella's gonna jump on the back of one of the horses that's pulling the cart, because she's only like 37 pounds.
Mhm.
She can do it.
I hope she's a scared horse.
She's in her gnome form. Give her a break.
Okay.
Alright, Leah's gonna drive the cart into town.
So, is there somebody driving in the cart?
Leah.
Yeah, alright, make an animal handling check, please.
I'm guessing Mian's gonna ride on a horse that's separate.
Do I need to do an animal handling since I'm on the back of the horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Anybody who's riding a horse or driving a horse, please do an animal handling.
Ah, crap. Let's see. Animal handling is wisdom. I'll wait till Cal rolls.
Ooh, nice!
Why did she get it? For getting on the back of a horse!
Mia is used to riding chocobos, not horses.
Okay, so, Leah?
Yep.
You managed to drive the cart really pretty good, alright? Kala, you are on the back of this horse, and this horse is just loving you. They are like, oh, look, there's somebody on my back, and I get to pull a cart. Woohoo! Starts trotting like really, really fancy like, because it's like, oh, this is so much fun. Neelan!
Oh, God.
Your horse doesn't take to you very kindly. And for some reason, you fall off after it takes a step back from when you're trying to mount it.
Milan, I believe you'll be riding in the cart.
Mian gets on. Okay, I was like, let me see what his language goes. So as Milan's getting on the into the car, he says in Thieves' Cat saying, "This is why I prefer giant birds instead."
Is there nobody else is riding the horse? Okay, that horse is taken back and.
No, Elsa will try to ride it.
All right, animal handling.
Give me a sec.
Do we have 2 horses pulling the cart?
We have one that's separate. That's on its own. Let's see, animal handling.
One's pulling the cart. One's on the side.
Okay.
I'm a gnome. I don't think I could ride an actual horse.
No, your horse would be a Shetland pony.
No.
Her horse would be a Milo pony.
Nah, we'll stick with Shetland pony.
So Elsa throw a 12.
Elsa rolled a 12.
Yep.
She manages to ride the horse pretty well, despite it's protesting a bit.
Elsa's gonna just like pet its mane a bit.
Leah's gonna
Calms
drive the
down
cart
just-
to the shopping district.
Yeah. Everybody gets in, however the way you go, and they go to the shopping district. The key is already made. Thank goodness.
So 2 copies of keys were made, right? So 1 for our party and then 1 for the Abbey, right?
Yes.
So that's 3 keys total. Okay, so
Mhm.
after we got the keys, and I already paid for keys.
Mhm.
So if I recall, the locksmith is not too far from the shop.
Yeah, it's like practically 2 doors down.
Okay. All right, everyone. Mean gets out of the cart and goes to the door and goes, "All right, everyone. So let's check out this store that we now own." He's just gonna unlock the door.
Leah's gonna stay with the cart and horses and just kind of keep an eye out.
Okay, so if it's just Milan, Rayloff, and Elsa, you all go in, and it's pretty empty, kind of dusty. Could use a little elbow grease, but nothing Milan can't handle.
I don't know why, but I just want to see if you know how like sometimes when someone buys a new house or like a building, like there's sometimes people leave leftover stuff there and they forget to take when moving. Can Rayloff do detect magic? See if there's any like old magical stuff laying around.
You can, but there's no magic in this room.
Okay, there's no magic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right as a cantrip. Okay, so that's 1 detect magic. Then he's going to cast light to look around the room.
As I said, it's dusty and needs to be cleaned up a bit, but it should be fine. For what you need to do.
It's dusty. Is it a mess though, or is it just like just dusty? That's all it is.
It's dusty. It could use a little organization. Nothing that Milan can't handle.
Okay. All the drawers and cabinets and any shelves are working fine.
Yeah, they're working fine.
Are there
They might need a little grease or some, but there's some display cases.
Okay, in the display case they open from the back so no one can just take them out of the front, right?
Right.
Okay. Is there I forgot, is there an equivalent of a cash register in D&D or no?
It'd be one of those like old-timey ones where you like pull the lever down.
It's the equivalent of a cash register then.
You don't see a cash register, but there is a little
A safe box or whatever?
it's like one of those lock boxes. There's nothing inside it, but the keys are sitting on the side of it.
Okay. And how many floors is the building?
1 floor with a basement.
Okay. Ray else is gonna go down to the basement and see what's down there.
There's nothing down there.
No crates, no storage, nothing?
Nope. This was like they were trying to sell this, and then this area for like more before. What looks like is that if there was anybody here, they moved out before the Briarwoods took over the place.
Okay.
So
Mean's gonna come downstairs with Rayoff and go, "What are you looking for?" Ray's gonna go, Just seeing. Never know if there's a secret passing thing. Right off, it's a shop. I don't know, just check the walls. Fine. Man's gonna start walk around the room in a clockwise pattern, and just knock down bricks.
The cellar is made of earth and stone, and if you your own basement.
Happy Rayloff. Did you check the floorboards? Man's just gonna facepalm and go, Rayloff, go back in the cart. Okay, so Mia's gonna go back upstairs where Elsa's waiting. And I'm trying to think. Okay, I was gonna have Leah. I was hoping Leah would come in with them. Actually, no. One sec. Wait. Oh yeah. One sec. Elsa's gonna go. Give me 1 second, Milan. Elsa's gonna go outside and go. Esnet, can you come here inside for a second?
Why?
Don't you have a spell prestidigitation that you can make a place look nicer?
Okay. She gets out of the cart and goes into the
Rayloff helps her down
store.
as he's getting back in the cart.
Stare to the door of the store here. I'm sorry, I'm getting pinged by people. She looks around and sees all the dust, and to the best of her ability, and much to the dismay of everybody with allergies to dust, she goes inside, prestidigitates all the dust out the front door.
I imagine as Rayloff's walking past her, like his back is just covered in dust.
Leah's gonna raise her eyebrow at all the dust suddenly exploding out this door. It's like, well, that's a
Catlet just sneezes once.
How are horses?
You hear a sneeze coming from Hazen. Achoo! Alright, I think that'll do it.
Thank you, Asna, dear. Now, man, you sure you'll fine running the shop by yourself? I'll be fine. Just remember, anything you guys find along the travels, just bring back. Be it even if it's rusty or like broken. I believe Rayloff can use mending to fix it. Just don't bring anything covered in like goblin blood, or goblin vomit, or goblin guts,
Or goblins.
or goblin brains.
Or goblins. Several children running past the store start sneezing.
Oh, question! Before one last thing about the shop. You know how I said the display case open for back? Are there locks on them or no?
No, there's no locks on them.
Okay.
It looks like they're outfitted for locks, but you don't have any locks.
Mia's gonna go, Esnet. Oh no, sorry. He's going, Elsif. Mind if I have a bit of a bank for the store in case we're not buying anything? I believe we're only going to be selling things, Milan. But if you need a bank for change, and she hands him out of the 3,000 gold we had for running the shop, she hands him about 5,000. Or not 5. She hands him about 500 of it. So basically, have a starting bank for the store.
All right.
So she has 2,500 gold left, or 2,500 gold worth of platinum. So,
all right, we done here?
So Mian hands her a copy of the key, and so he starts setting up the shop, and so Milan's now an NPC except from Dev.
Yes. Alrighty. You guys make your way out of town and down the. And I'm sorry I didn't get the map ready for you guys here, so I'm going to put you on the lovely looking this one right here. There we go.
Let me just save Mian's character sheet and stuff, so I can close that page now. Down to 2 players I have to characters I have to play, so it's gonna be easier on me.
You guys make your way out of town. and down through the Parchwood timberlands and past the farmlands for Whitestone itself, which are massive, by the way, outside of this outside of the forest. And it takes about 2 days travel. Despite your time, you're making good time. There's no rain or anything. You make it to a place
I wanted to
called...
say what. Sorry, I want to have Rayoff talk to Asneth during the travel while before I left town or while they're leaving town.
All right.
But he, one sec. Let me just make sure he knows how to speak Elven. One sec, give me a sec. Wait, hold on a sec. What languages does Asneth speak?
Asneth speaks Elven, Common. Okay, so Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Celestial, Sylvan. Those are the ones she speaks.
Okay, so he's just gonna have to talk quietly. Okay, so Rob driving. We're also gonna go. So Asneth, when we were at the shrine, speak. What was it? What was that place we went to with where he heard the voice in his head?
Shrine of the Raven Queen?
Okay, yeah.
No,
okay,
you guys were in the
when he was playing
greenhouse.
when he was playing the song back in
Yeah,
Whitestone.
you guys were in the greenhouse in Castle Whitestone.
Oh no, never mind. It was at the shrine because that's where the blood pool was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Leo's the only one who heard the Raven Queen's voice in the greenhouse.
Rayoff heard something too.
Yeah, Rayoff heard something and Leah heard something. They were totally different things, but yeah.
Rayoff's gonna be sitting next to Asneth while everyone else is doing their thing, and he's gonna speaking quietly and go, "Boy, Asneth, when we're at your mom's shrine and I was playing your song, I heard a voice in my head. Apparently,
my mother's shrine?
The Raven Queen, remember?
But my mother's name is Lupe.
I thought we went over this, remember?
I am adopted.
But... I was like, I can't. I remember we told her last session we Asneth found out, remember?
Yeah, she's a little out of it, right? Oh, yeah. Well, I remember you guys telling me that.
Basically, when I was playing the song, I heard a voice in my head that I think was the Raven Queen, and he's just looking to make sure no one else is listening.
Oh.
Apparently, you're the last of your deity's followers, but I think I know how we can fix that. I know that basically, from what I do know, is deities are only as powerful as how many people follow them. I'm thinking once this trouble that's going on is over, I think maybe you should start spreading the word and getting more followers for Cyrus. I almost said Slifer. Going with the fork is where's your Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyways, I think you should try. Maybe we could probably set up a chapel or a shrine in town for Osiris.
Kala, roll perception, and Milan, or not Milan, me, Rayloff. Roll. Are you whispering, or are you just mumbling, or?
He's whispering her. He's leaning.
All right,
he's
roll
next
stealth.
to her. Stealth, okay. That is 6. Oh, I said I put a 0 in, instead of a 0 in row. Ah, crap! They probably hear me.
Yeah, you can hear them.
One sec. And wait, what was that? What is that? The Cal Road, by the way?
Perception.
Perception. Okay.
Why is Elsa rolling?
Elsa's just gonna look at Rayloff and go, Rayloff, if you're gonna whisper, make sure you're doing it quieter than your normal talking voice, not louder.
Leah's driving the cart, so she's not.
Yes, she's not paying attention. Azeneth's gonna look down sadly and look at her hand and kind of hold it to her heart. She'll say, "I was wondering why I can't feel him."
Elsis is gonna move next, shuffle next to Azneth in the car and hug her, and say, as much of an idiot as he is, I think Rayloff has a point. After this is all over, you should start spreading the word about Cyrus so he doesn't lose his worst, so he doesn't go away.
She's gonna nod and just stay quiet. You guys, hang on a second.
Which reminds me, Azneth. I was gonna say, which reminds me, I'm reaching my bag of holding and go, I want you to teach me how to make this more of this. And she's gonna hold out the scroll and go, I think the first step to bringing back followers of Cyrus is for you to spread word on how to make his scrolls.
She'll nod and
she puts it back in her bag of holding.
Probably safer in there anyway.
Kala's just sitting on the horse with her arms crossed, shaking her head like, no.
By the way, what is Kala's deity?
A deity?
A deity.
Kala doesn't have a deity?
No, she has a deity.
Which one?
It's a deity.
If you ask her, you might find out.
We're just gonna turn to Kala and go, Oi, Kala.
Huh?
So I've been wondering, while we're having this talk, who do you worship?
Hold on, I need to...
I mean, while we're just traveling, we got some time while we're traveling, we can probably get to know each other. Everyone can get to know each other more.
Kala's just gonna be like, why are you asking? Like, that's not a good enough reason.
Elsa is just gonna chime in and go, I think what dumbass is trying to say is, if we're gonna be a good party, we should probably get to know each other more, know our strengths, and know how we can help each other out. And if we have any weaknesses, we can help each other overcome those weaknesses. Basically, speed us to support each other and like. For example, me and Rayloff both worship. We both followed Liara, the goddess of joy. Asnatir follows Osiris. Leah, would you like to help share who you worship?
Leah's just gonna kind of look over her shoulder and go, Avandra the Changebringer.